Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Robert Conley on Robert Live Tonight. And Robert Live Tonight is the Steelers football show that I have that are pregame shows for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And then on Sunday night, then it's a pregame show for the Sunday night show for the Sunday night game as well. And tonight, the Steelers are going to be playing in Philadelphia against the Philadelphia Eagles for our preseason game. Hey, Brenda, how are you doing? We're going to be playing our second preseason game tonight in Philadelphia, and we're going to be doing what I want to let you know is that we're going to be doing some experimenting still, okay, because it is preseason, and we are trying to find out what's going on with the Steelers, with the rookies, and with the other guys that are young players. We're trying to see what's going on there. Hey, Charles, how are you doing today? So, I mean, we always get excited about Steelers football. And last week, it was a Steelers football game. I mean, we started out just as we normally do, behind, and we came back in the second half, shut them down, and then won the game. That was Steelers football last week, even though it was preseason and it was mostly rookies playing, a lot of young guys playing. But that's what happened last week. We got to see Najee Harris run the ball, catch the ball as well. And we got to see Balaj run the ball as well. Um, uh, you got to watch your godson. He plays from Washington. He plays for Washington. Okay, post that name out there, Brenda, so people can see that. You're welcome, Mark. And so tonight we're still going to be experimenting to find out what's going on. And this is where it gets to be hard to be a coach. It's a hard job anyway. It's a hard job anyway, but being a coach during preseason is hard because the coaches are watching to see the performance of these players, and then they also have to engineer a game play schedule so that they can see how well they run these plays and watch them and also still try to win the game. Okay, it's not just like you're walking in and you're making up the game play schedule for a regular game where you've been seeing film on this other team. Well, you haven't seen any film probably on the Eagles tonight. And you've got to make up a play schedule that you want these guys to run and you want to watch these guys perform and you still want to win the game for the fans. Yeah, there's not going to be any music playing in the fourth quarter if we're down, because we're going to be playing in Philadelphia. They're not going to play our song. They're not going to play our song. Renegade, it's not going to happen. So as we are watching them tonight, I mean, yeah, we want to win. I want to win. I want to win all the time. I know that's rarely possible anymore in the NFL, but yes, we want to win. At least we want to see some splash plays, right? We want to see something big, and that might happen. I mean, we had some pretty good entertainment last week. Okay, so Brenda Gaines's godson plays for the Washington football team, and his name is Isaiah Wright. So pay attention to him if you watch the Washington football team. Okay, so as we were watching the game last week, I mean, I went to practice the week before and watched what was going on the field. And the last week, when we played at the Hall of Fame game up in Canton, we had watched Rudolph Mason start the game. And there's a lot of people, I understand, there's a lot of people that don't like Rudolph Mason. There's a lot of people that don't like him. But He's still a Steeler right now. And so we need to pay attention to him and see how well he does. We also watched Dobbs and Haskins last week, and they both looked really, really good to me. I don't know what you think, but they looked good to me. Okay. Now, my guess is, just from what I've seen in the past, and I haven't watched Haskins play any professional ball until he came here with the Steelers. My guess is that Haskins is going to be Ben's backup quarterback. Ben really likes Haskins. I think Dobbs is going to be third, and Rudolph is going to be sitting in the practice squad spot, is what I'm thinking right now. We'll see how that turns out, but that's what I'm thinking right now. I announced, I didn't announce, I put it in the ad that somebody was going to win these Steelers poker chips, Steelers casino chips tonight, okay? And all you're going to have to do is send me your name on my page, okay? Send me your name on my page, because we should all be friends. If we're not, then you might be able to send me a message, or you might be able to post it here. But send me your name. I have, what do I have? I have, because last week's were, let me see, were the same color as the ones I'm giving away. No. Last week's were Dallas blue. Okay, it had this blue stripe on it. I still have some of those, but this week's is white, the white stripe on it. More white than blue. Last week's was more blue than white. I have a few of those left, and I have 20 of the white chips. Okay, so the first 20 people whose names come up anywhere on my page or on my messenger or on here will receive these chips. All right. They're the same weight as the casino chips that I play with when I play Baccarat. I'm going to have another contest this evening. And so you will want to pay attention, because I'm going to have another contest this evening, and that's going to be a call-in number. Do not call in. In fact, let me turn the phone off, because somebody will be funny. So I'm going to turn it off. Do not try to call in. Do not try to call in until I give you the clue. I'm going to ask a question. And I'm going to ask that question later on, about 20 minutes after I'm going to ask the question. So in about 12 minutes, I'm going to ask a question. And the seventh caller, you're going to have to call in on the phone. And that's the only fair way I can do it, because the time is off from me giving you the information and you responding, and it's showing up on the feed here for the comments. So you're going to have to call in on the number that's displayed. And when you call in, you're going to be on speakerphone, so people are going to be able to hear you. And because there's a 30-second delay in the broadcast from me speaking and it reaching the people, don't try any funny business, because the system will cut it off and you're going to ruin it for everybody. Okay, so you'll be calling in, you will be on speakerphone, and I will take the seventh person, not necessarily the seventh right answer, but I will take the seventh caller that has the correct answer. So when the phone rings, I will tell you what number you are. And if you are number 7, then you need to have the correct answer then. All right. But that's going to happen at 20 minutes after. Oh, and what will you win? Oh, and what will you win? Something that fits the season. Okay. This compact umbrella. You will win this compact Steelers umbrella. All right. That's what you're going to win. If you are the 7th caller with the correct answer. Now, if the 7th caller does not have the correct answer, the next caller that I can answer the phone from, the next caller that I can answer that has the correct answer will win the umbrella. So somebody's going to win this umbrella. I think I paid like $20, $25. Let me see here. It's a $20 umbrella where you can get umbrellas for $5. This is $20 umbrella. So I'm going to give that away and starting at 7:20. Now, last week when we were watching the people playing, when we were watching the Steelers play, the people, we were watching the Steelers playing the Cowboys. Like I said, it was a pretty good game. We watched Dobbs and Haskins both get credit for touchdowns. Rudolph did not get credit for a touchdown. We also watched a field goal. Now, the running backs, we got to watch Harris run the ball and also catch the ball. And everybody believes this guy is going to be a monster, a beast. We believe that's what's going to happen with Harris. We'll see, but that's what's looking like it's going to happen because the guy is just on it. When they started practice earlier in the season, in the off season, they had to tell him it's time to go home because he was out there practicing and practicing and practicing, and he wasn't ready to stop. They had to tell him it's time to go home. So this guy is going to be the last guy that we had that I know that practiced like that was Antonio Brown. We know how good he was. Antonio Brown was the last person I know of that practiced like that. So we hope that he's going to pan out and be exactly what we think and what we want him to be. The last running back we had named Harris was the Immaculate Reception receiver, Franco. So we've got Snell. That is, I think he's in his third season with Pittsburgh Steelers. We've got McFarland. That is also extremely good, and I think we're going to see a bunch out of him. I think we're going to watch him get about 40, 50 yards tonight. We've got Samuels, which is still really good, and he's in about maybe his fourth season right now. And then we've got another rookie that showed up and showed out last week, Ballage. We're going to watch him again tonight and see how many yards he can get. Okay, so we'll see what's going on. And then we've got Watt and Edmonds as the fullbacks, and we may be able to see some of that action as well, because in order to have a good passing game, you got to have a good running game, and that means you need to have all kind of distractions coming out of the backfield. So I think we're going to be able to see also some fullback runs as well, and fullbacks also block for the quarterbacks. So we'll see how this goes. Why are you mad, Brenda? It's not on TV. Oh, go to a sports bar. That's what I do. I go to sports bars because I don't have cable television. So I go out to the sports bars because I move around too much to get cable. I've stayed here in Columbus much longer than I expected, so I never ordered cable. But I go to a sports bar and watch the game. Eric, are those Eagles that you've got posted here on the screen? Are you an Eagles fan? Are you an Eagles fan? Because you saw what happened to the Cowboys last week, right? I'm not going to be talking up stuff. I'm just telling you. I know it's hot down there, Brenda. I was working in 93-degree heat with probably 80% humidity today. I was inside a garage. There was no air blowing hardly at all. So then we've got our tight ends. Tight ends are Ebron, Freiermuth, Gentry, and Rader. So we'll probably see some action out of those guys tonight also. I don't know about Ebron, but I'm going to say, yeah, he probably will be in for a little bit. Each one of these guys will probably be in for some play today. And then we've got the wide receivers. We've got a list of wide receivers, a list. We've got enough for 3 football teams. This is how many wide receivers we have. You bleed green. You're welcome. You're welcome, because I know that's you guys' competition is Dallas. So here's the list of the wide receivers we have. Claypool, White, McCoy, Simmons, Smith-Schuster, McLeod, Anthony Johnson, Deontay Johnson, James Washington, Bussey, and Sexton. And Sexton showed up last week as well. Claypool did. And Simmons did. McLeod was in the game. Schuster showed up some. So we'll see what happens, because we got an enormous number of wide receivers. Now, there's been some talk this past week about James Washington asking to be traded. I saw Coach talking about this situation. No, I'm sorry. I saw an article where he responded. He was being interviewed, and he said he does not have any information about Washington wanting to be traded. So as far as he knows, that's just the media trying to stir up some action. So as far as I know, as far as he knows, there's nothing happening with Washington wanting to be traded. We'll see what happens, but that's what's going on right now. He says that he doesn't know of anything about Washington wanting to be traded. Now, when the Steelers clinch the division, I'm going to play one day of Baccarat, and whatever I win, 50% of it is going to go to the viewers. Now, the viewers that are already registered, you cannot register for this contest anymore. I've already got the people that are registered for that contest. They will receive half of whatever I win that day. And it will be for Steelers gear, for Steelers tickets, for anything Steelers, okay? That's what they are going to receive. And it could get to be pretty good amount of money, because I think there were less than 10 people that registered. And if I'm playing to double $5,000 that day and I do it, that means they are going to receive $2,500 to split among them. Okay, now, what's going to happen, though, is there's going to be a second contest like that. So I'm not going to tell you when I'm going to have the registration for that contest. So you're going to have to be here when I'm on, because it may be a surprise to you when I'm on and when you get registered. And when that happens, I will announce it on a pregame show. I will announce to register on a pregame show. And all you have to do to register is put your name on, okay, during that show. And when that happens, when the Steelers win, I should say when the Steelers are playing in the conference championship, the next day I will play for the viewers, and 50% of whatever I win will go to the viewers for Steelers gear. So if I only have 10 people register and I'm playing for, say, $10,000 that day, and I double the money, $5,000 of it will be going. That means that's $500 a person if there's only 10 people registered. Okay, so you want to pay attention. You want to be here so that you can get registered for that contest. Okay, so I'm ready to start this contest for the night for the umbrella. And the number that you see on the screen is the number that you're going to call in on. All right? The number you see on the screen is the number you're going to call in on. When you call in, you're going to be on speakerphone. Okay, I'm going to put you on speaker so people will be able to hear you. But you're going to have to answer this question correctly. And you're going to win the Steelers umbrella. All right? Let me see here. Let me go back down through these comments. We have the offense and defense. Had to step away for a minute, but did address Watt wanting $100 million guaranteed money. Oh, okay. That's a lot. I didn't see that, but that's a lot. We'll see what happens there. And then Eric says, are both Rudolph and Haskins playing tonight? I'm going to say that Rudolph and Haskins both are going to be playing tonight, okay, as well as Dobbs, because the coaches are wanting to see what these guys can do. All right, so here's the contest. I'm going to ask a question, and you're going to have to answer that question. You're going to be on speakerphone when you call in and I answer. I'm going to take the seventh caller, and the seventh caller is going to have the correct answer. If that seventh caller doesn't have the correct answer, I will take the next call that comes in. All right? So you're going to have the correct answer. Use whatever means you want to, but you see the number on the screen that you need to call in at. All right. Now, the question is, drum roll. Okay, that's enough. Okay, so the question is, who was the first African American quarterback that the Steelers had? Who was the first African American quarterback that the Steelers had? Call in now. Da-na-na-na. No, that's not my music. I don't have any music. Call in now. The winner will receive the umbrella. I'm going to tell you what number you are when you call in, and the seventh one will be live. Okay, the seventh one will be live. So this is something new. Be patient with me. I'm trying to do this, and let's see if it works, see how it works out. All right, the number is on the screen. Who was the first African American quarterback the Steelers had? We'll see if anybody can get the answer. See if anybody wants to play. People get a little bit nervous when they've got to go live. I had people that were interested in going live with me, but it didn't happen. And I have people that come on sometime as guests that go live, and that's a fantastic thing. It's really good. There's one call right here. I'm answering, and you're number one. Call again. Okay, it's that simple. First person just called, they were number one, and so here's another number. You are number two. Call again. Okay, so I need the fifth one from now. Here's another one. You are number three. Call again. That was number three. Number four. You are number four. Call again. Okay, I've got two more and then the right one. You are number five. Try again. All right. You are number six. The next caller will be live. You are live with Robert Conley on Robert Live Tonight. Who is calling? Hello?
Hi, Robert. This is Brenda Gaines.
Hey, Brenda. How are you doing?
Okay.
Oh, fantastic. So, you got to be positive. You got to be positive.
Okay, so to me, I think it's Cordell Stewart.
That's not the correct answer. He was number two. Okay, call back in and try again. All right. Good evening. You're number 8. Who is calling? Hello?
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 Yes?
Okay, so you are number 8. Do you have who is calling?
Kay Peters.
Kay Peters. Hey, Kay, how are you doing?
I'm well. How are you, Robert?
I'm doing good. So the first caller had the wrong answer. What is your answer for the Steelers' first African-American quarterback?
Gillum.
Joe Gillum?
Yes.
We have a winner. Kay Ham Peters wins the umbrella.
Yay! Thank you so much.
Okay, fantastic. This is a nice looking umbrella. You're going to have to send your address to me on Messenger so that I can send it out to you. I should be putting things in the mail tomorrow, and I think that it will be with that.
Okay, thank you so much, Robert.
All right. Thank you for calling in.
You have a good night. Thank you.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Oh, wait,
Okay, so we have a winner. She was the 8th caller that called in, and it was Kaham Peters, and she won the umbrella. Again, it's a pretty nice looking umbrella. Let me see if I can open it up here so you can see it. Right here. It has a pretty big strap here that holds it closed, not one of those little small ones. And it's got the Steelers emblem on it, the logo. And I'm not superstitious, so I don't believe in bad luck, so I can't have a problem opening up. And it has the button here that you push to open it up, all right? So this is the umbrella. All right. So Kaham Peters was the winner of the Steelers umbrella. And that worked out well because everybody was hearing the information at the same time, and everybody could call in, and whoever called in and got in first was had the first opportunity. That's the only fair way that I know to do it. So I will have more contests like this, and there will be more prizes for people to win. Now, for those of you who did not win the umbrella, still you can receive a Pittsburgh Steelers casino chip. Okay, you can receive a Pittsburgh Steelers casino chip. All you have to do is send me your address. All right, it's a preference for you to send the address on Messenger so that I will have it in my inbox and it's not displayed for everybody to see it. All right, if you post it on my page, everybody can see it. If you post it here, everybody can see it. But if you send it to me in Messenger, then your address will be protected if there's any reason for it to be protected. So anyway, people are still calling, but it's too late now. So anyway, if you want one of these casino chips, just send me your address. I have 20 of them. If I run out of the 20, you will get one of the chips that I gave away last week for the Dallas game. I will be back on Sunday night for the Sunday night show, talking about Steelers and talking about the information. And then we will have more Steelers information and have a little bit of information over tonight's game. I hope you have a good time tonight. I hope you watch the game. I hope you're entertained, and I hope everything goes well. And I hope you get to see some fireworks tonight because it's getting heated up out there in this summertime, and we're just going to have a good time. All right, fantastic. Hey, Wendy, how are you doing? And Charles, thank you. I hope you guys had a good time this evening and Sunday night, and each time after tonight. Then I'm going to be giving prizes away. I'm going to try to give prizes away every week. One of the prizes that I have, I know that this is a Steelers show. Actually, two of the prizes I have. I know this is a Steelers show, but a lot of Steelers fans like the hockey team and the baseball team, and I have a terrible towel for the hockey team. I'm sorry, the Pirates. Okay, I have two of these that I will be giving away. Both of them are Pirates. All right, so you want to come on the show and you want to watch. You want to keep on watching, and there's going to be other benefits that go along when I am live and when I have my shows. There will be other benefits as well. So enjoy the game. This is Robert Conley on Robert Live Tonight. I'm gone, y'all.